Good morning. I wanted to share a story with you guys. Anyhow, I've been talking to a lot of you, especially team members lately, and one of the questions I've been asking is, what are your objectives between now and the end of 2020? What does that look like? And everybody kind of looks at me like, "Oh, I don't know." I had somebody a doctor kind of get frustrated with me last week. Say, how are we supposed to? I mean, we're just trying to make up and get through the end of the year. I mean, he was just frustrated with me, and I thought, oh, okay, that's interesting. And I thought maybe this isn't something I should focus on. And then I thought, dang it, no, that's not right. You guys need to know where you're going. Some of you are just too busy to be proactive, to think about what the heck is coming up. And as a result, your team members have no idea. They're just, running and going like you are and trying to get to the end. And so I had a story I wanted to share with you. A couple of weeks ago, my husband had left early on a Saturday morning to go play golf. And one of my favorite things to do when my husband leaves is to pull out the power tools. Well, I'd been wanting a gardening bench, okay, and I've been looking around and trying to find one, and I want cedar, and I can't find the right wood, or the bench I find, it's like, I really don't want to spend that much money, and so I decided to build one. Okay, I just kind of had this bee in my bonnet, and he got up early, go play golf. I got up early, went to Home Depot. Well, I didn't just show up at Home Depot and start throwing lumber and nails and junk in my cart. Say, yeah, I'm going to build a gardening bench. Let me get some of this and some of this and some of this. Okay, I had gone on Pinterest. I had researched it the night before. I'd found a plan that looked like something I could handle, and I knew what I was building. I printed a picture of it. I printed the plans in detail. I printed the cutting list. I printed the supplies list. So I knew everything I needed, but I had a picture of that gardening bench, printed out. And I took it with me to Home Depot, so I'd kind of know, Stephen Covey says, begin with the end in mind. I knew what I was building. And so even though I had the supply list, I could reference, if I had a question or something, I could go look at that picture of what I was building to kind of answer my questions. And I was glad I printed that out. So when I got back home, I taped that picture up to the wall in the garage. Got my tools out, got everything out that I needed. But again, if I would have just shown up and started throwing stuff in my cart and got home, I'd be a little overwhelmed. I probably wouldn't know where to start. I'd probably just start trying to match things together. And, doctors, if your team doesn't know, or if you don't know where you're going, how on earth is your team going to know? I would have wasted a whole lot of wood and resources and time, and probably just ended the day super hot and frustrated. So what if, here's another scenario, what if I actually maybe even ordered a kit to build my gardening bench, and it showed up, but maybe the instructions were missing. I had all the resources I needed, okay? I had all the wood, I had all the supplies, I had all the right hardware, but without a picture of what I'm trying to build or a blueprint, that would have been pretty tough too. And so doctors, you may know where you're going. You may have even provided your team with the resources and tools. But if you're not over communicating where you're headed and vision and what you're wanting to accomplish, and you're not providing that blueprint for them, and you're not beginning with the end in mind and say, guys, this is where we're going. I've provided you the tools and resources. Let's talk about it often. Let's work through this. But if you're just giving them the kit with no instructions or no picture of where you're headed, that doesn't work either. See, I would have never gotten that bench built because I'm not that smart. I needed the picture hanging on the wall so I could refer to it frequently as I was building it. Several times, I'm looking at the instructions, but I'm also like, wait a minute, I need to look at the picture of the finished product. So again, I can kind of answer or clarify any questions I had. Vision seems to be some nebulous thing that everybody's overwhelmed by. By the way, vision is not something that is a short statement that'll fit on a coffee mug. Okay, that's nice. We provide excellent, top-notch, dentistry in a comfortable environment and treat our patients like family. Well, first of all, if it's something like that, that's what everybody else has. I get to hear a lot of vision statements, and that is kind of hollow, doesn't really mean a whole lot. Vision is more probably 3 to 5 pages. It's a written document, it's a work in progress. And I know that seems super overwhelming, but if you can just separate yourself for a little while, physically get away from the office, take maybe a Friday morning or Saturday morning early, sometime when you're not in the office, and doctors sit down and write out a picture of what you want. Okay, now the other thing that is really powerful is to write it in present tense. Okay, this is, we do this. This is how we are. This is how we function. Here are the kind of patients we see. X is our favorite kind of dentistry to do, and we're the best people in town that do that. Our team is highly compensated. Our team, write it as if it's currently happening, and be specific, be detailed. Again, just like that picture of the gardening bench I had up on the wall, your team needs to be able to have a picture up on the wall of what they're trying to accomplish. So when they have questions or need clarification, when you have questions and need clarification, you can go to that picture on the wall and get all of your questions answered. So I hope you guys will take time to do that. This is the mid-year point. I'm providing a lot of resources and tools for you guys to get organized and get things, we're kind of been racing and running to get caught up. Please, please take time to do that so you can finish 2020 strong, so you can be excited, so you can be inspired and not just worn out and stressed. I hope you guys will take time to do that. Take a look at the pictures down below of my bench. I'm so proud of it. And so next up is Adirondack chairs. So y'all hang with me. I may have to wait for my college kids to get out of the house before I tackle that one, but stay tuned. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.